Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and today I'm going to show you how to build a desert house in Minecraft. This is the first episode of my new tutorial series where I'm going to be building a house in all of the major biomes. Now there are currently 63 biomes in the game. That's a lot, so most of them will be grouped together if they are at all similar. I have plans to make somewhere between 15 and 20 houses, so make sure you subscribe to catch all of the new builds. I'll be updating a playlist as I go, so if you're watching this in the future, you can check that out in the description down below and find all of the other biome house builds. As always, if you're building this in survival, there is a full materials list of all of the items that we'll be using today, which will also be down below in the description. Once you've found a good spot in the desert to build the house in, the first thing we're going to do is lay out the base of the build, which is clearly shown with these amount of blocks right here. And that is going to be built out of cut sandstone, as you can see. So once you have all of those blocks placed down, you'll notice there is one missing at the front here, which is actually going to be our doorway. So you can go ahead and mark that with a spruce door. So the majority of this build is going to be made out of these three blocks: smooth sandstone, sand, and regular sandstone. However, the smooth sandstone is what we're going to be using the most. So for now, we're just going to build it all out of the smooth sandstone and add in the texture afterwards. It will mean you have more smooth sandstone than needed, but trust me, this way is much easier. So on these two blocks, these two here, and then these three, including the doorway, we're going to build all of those up by 3 blocks. So there's 1, there's 2, and 3. All the way around just like that. So we have this first bit for the entranceway. We can then grab our cut sandstone and we're just going to place some full blocks here in the corners, 1 in the middle, and then we're going to have 4 cut sandstone slabs, giving us this shape right here. We're now going to do a very similar thing on this part over here, just to the right of the base. So grab your smooth sandstone again, and on these 5 blocks, these 5 blocks at the back, and then these 3 in the middle, so 5, 5, and 5, we're going to bring them up by 4 this time, so 1 higher than the original one at the front. So just place 3 on top of those that you already have placed down, giving you this wall all the way around, and then we can go ahead and grab some of our cut sandstone again, once again placing them in the corner, and then on the middle, and then just leave a gap of 1 in between them all, which you can then go around and fill in with the cut sandstone slabs. So you should have this at the moment. Now to come around to the final part of the build over on the back side, where we have the final remaining cut sandstone blocks, including the one in the corner. We're going to bring all of them up so they are 7 blocks high. And then once again, we're going to place a cut sandstone on all of the corner blocks, and we'll just slap a slab next to all 4 of those, and then another cut sandstone in between all of them like that. However, we do have a few more smooth sandstones to add in. So at the front of the build on this shape here, underneath these 3 blocks, they're going to come down by 1, 2, 3, and 4. All of them just like that. And on these 3 blocks over on the right hand side, they're going to come down by just 1, 2, 3 on all of those. So at the moment, you should have something that looks like this. Very sandcastle-like. Before we add in any of the texture, we're going to do the details, starting at the front here with our doorway, beginning with this block right here above the main door. Replace that with an upside down stair. Then we can go ahead and break this block and replace it with a spruce fence. These are going to be our windows for this desert build. In front of that, we can have a spruce fence gate opened on up with a spruce trapdoor on top of it as a shutter design. We're then going to have a spruce fence right here in the top corner and a lantern hanging down from underneath. Then we can quickly grab some spruce buttons, and we're going to do this for all of the cut sandstone blocks if you want to go around and do that. But we're just going to place one of them on all of the possible sides, not including the front here. You don't need to do that. Then up here on this top level, we're going to start off by placing 2 spruce fence gates on top of the corner blocks just like that. And then we're going to grab some campfires and look to the side, and we're going to place 5 along there, and then 5 more in front, and we'll just grab our shovel and extinguish them all like that. Last but not least, we just want to break these 3 blocks. The top one can be an upside down stair. Eventually we'll have a doorway there, but currently we're missing the floor, so we can't do that just yet. And finally, we'll have a spruce fence in the corner with a lantern on top. Moving on round to the left, we're going to come to this block here, 1 block inwards on the left hand side, and place in an upside down spruce stair with a coarse dirt on top. Cover that in oak trapdoors and just stick a flower on top for a nice little flower bed design. Then we're going to break these 2 blocks here and replace them with some spruce fences and have 2 spruce trapdoors next to it. Then we're going to do another one of these little windows just on this spot right here. So go ahead and break that one and replace it with a spruce fence, cover it up with a spruce fence gate, and we'll stick a spruce trapdoor on top of it. Then we'll just come up to the top here and break these 2 blocks and replace them with some more spruce fence gates. We'll just stick a temporary block here underneath it, and facing this way now to the back of the build, we'll place in 2 spruce trapdoors, get rid of the temporary block, and just add in 2 spruce signs out the back just for a slightly different shutter design. And then over here on this block right here, so just below that slab, we'll have another fence and a lantern, just like we did out the front. And of course, last but not least, if you haven't already, go round and add in all of your spruce buttons on the cut sandstone blocks. Coming round to the back of the build now, we're going to go up to this slab right here and break these 2 blocks underneath it with spruce fences in place of them. 2 spruce trapdoors to the side, and then underneath those trapdoors we'll go down 1, 2, and 3 blocks, breaking that 3rd one as well as the one to the left of it and replacing them with some more spruce fences. We'll have 2 trapdoors above them so that they are flush with the sandstone, as you can see. And then underneath those we're going to have some spruce fence gates, and we want to open them so they're both facing outwards, and it should look like that. Then we're going to go across and break these 2 blocks right here underneath that middle cut sandstone, place some spruce fences in and some spruce trapdoors to the right hand side. Then we'll have an upside down stair in the middle, 2 signs either side, and a lantern on top of the stair. Over on this side round here, we're going to go ahead and break these 2 blocks in the middle and place in some spruce fences. And now we're going to do something a little bit different with these stairs here, starting by breaking all of the corner blocks, and then we're going to replace them at the top with some upside down stairs and some regular stairs at the bottom. So we have something like this. Then we're going to break the 2 blocks either side of it, and then looking into the fence whilst we do this, at the bottom we'll have a regular stair, and at the top we'll have an upside down stair. So just place it at the bottom of the fence, then at the top of the fence, giving us this right here. Then we just need to grab some oak trapdoors and actually head on inside, and all we're going to do is place 4 like that to cover up that gap, and from the outside it should look like this. And also, super quickly, we're just going to cover this top block up with a spruce fence gate and a spruce trapdoor on top. Now on the final side round here, we're going to go ahead and break these 3 blocks under those cut sandstone slabs, and we'll have a smooth sandstone stair at the bottom on both of those, and the top 2 blocks can be spruce fences. On this left one, we'll have 2 spruce trapdoors like that. And then we'll just grab a temporary block and stick it in front of that stair and do what we did around this side with that trapdoor design. So just face outwards and place in 2 spruce trapdoors, break the temporary block, and then we'll just have 2 signs on the back. Of course, make sure you crouch once you place them down. Then just in this corner here, we're going to make a little bit of storage stack. So we're going to have a barrel facing upwards, then a barrel facing forwards, a chest to the front, a chest to the side, a chest on top of that corner one, and then just a spruce trapdoor on top of that barrel. Last but not least for the detailing, of course, go around and place in all of your spruce buttons, and all we need to do up here on this little section is break these 3 blocks, have a sandstone stair at the top, and eventually, similar to what we did at the front here, we'll just leave it blank, and once we've got a floor, we'll place in our door. The only thing we have left to do for the outside of the build is to mix in our texture using the sandstone and sand blocks. Now what I like to do here is for every 4 smooth sandstone, I try and add in 2 regular sandstone and 1 sand block. It doesn't have to be that exact ratio, but it's just to give you an idea of how many of each block I'm adding in here. So once you've gone around and done all of that, not forgetting to change out some of the stairs when you can for sandstone stairs, you can now head on inside and we can begin work on the interior of the house. The first thing we're going to do inside of here is grab some of our oak blocks, starting with the stripped oak logs, place them above our oak trapdoors here and bring them out by 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 blocks to this point right here. Same again on that side, and then in between them at the end we'll have an upside down oak stair, then 1, 2, 3 and 4 slabs level with the top of the stair so we can still see half of the stripped oak log. Then we'll come round to this side right here, and from this block in the center, just 1 underneath that cut sandstone, we'll add 5 of them going all the way across. and on the left hand side we'll have some slabs similar to what we did for this side, so the ceilings connecting should look like that. Then over here we'll have a slab, then an oak trapdoor, and then we're just going to make our staircase going up to the top level. So we'll add in a stair like that and just bring them all the way down, so it's one block in between the stair and the doorway. And then we're just going to add some upside down stairs underneath. So it should look like this, leading us up to the top level. Technically, this isn't the top level. We're going to be going up a little bit higher all the way to the top of the roof here. So we're going to start by placing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 ladders just on those blocks right there to the right of the staircase. And then in front of those ladders, we're going to have 2 oak slabs. So make sure it's on the top part of that top block. You should be able to place a full block in on top of those slabs and it be level with the cut sandstone. And then either side of those slabs will just add some stripped oak logs. So you can easily go up and stand up here and have a pretty good vantage point of your surrounding area. But we'll just come back down because we need to make a couple of adjustments to this, what is now the middle level. And we'll have a crafting table in the corner there with 2 oak stairs either side of it, a flower pot with something inside for a little bit of decoration. And then we'll just go ahead and stick our 2 oak doors down just like that. So this balcony out the front is just another viewpoint, a little bit lower down than on the roof, but this balcony out here, it's a little bit bigger, so we're going to utilize it by turning it into the storage room of sorts. There's going to be more storage downstairs, but the bulk of it can go up here. So we're going to start with the stonecutter right in the center, because that is very handy to have on hand. And then just beside our doorway here, we're going to have 2 barrels either side, both facing upwards or forwards if you like, whatever takes your fancy. I'm going to do mine upwards. And then we're going to have a double chest either side of the barrels, and then another double chest on top of the barrels themselves. So you can stand safely in the doorway here. You don't even need to go outside, and you can easily access all of your main storage. And before we go down to work on the bottom level, one last thing we need to do, just stick a lantern in that corner block. Now we can head downstairs and start work here. So on this corner block, we're going to add a line of stairs going all the way across. And then from those back blocks, we just want to have some stripped spruce logs going all the way across, connecting to the stairs. And on this bottom level, you're going to break all of the sand blocks except from this one here. It's not really needed, or you can, it's up to you. Just trying to save you a stripped spruce log, but you just want to add that similar to what we did on this side, just rotated 90 degrees. Then we're quickly going to grab our lanterns, stick one in the middle of this pillar going all the way across, and then we're also going to have one in front of that spruce fence window. Underneath the staircase is where we're going to be placing our bed, just in the corner there. Any color is fine, just slap a spruce trapdoor on the end of it. Then we'll have a chest just beside the bed for some more storage. And then over here in this corner, we're just going to add 2 looms stacked on top of each other. So just place one like that, then just come beside it and crouch and just press in the corner there. And you should be able to place them both backwards, so you get this texture instead of the front texture. That way, kind of looks like a set of drawers maybe, and also has some utility if you need a loom. Go ahead and cover the top of it up with an oak trap door, and we're just going to stick another chest just in front of it like that for even more storage. Over here on this raised bit of flooring, we're going to stick a crafting table in the corner, then 2 furnaces to the left, a blast furnace and a smoker to the right, and another chest if you need even more storage. We'll have a flower pot and something inside of it on top of that furnace right there. And then last but not least, just for a little bit of a cosmetic detail, we'll stick a nice little table and chair design to sit on. So there we go everybody, that is how you build a desert house in Minecraft. I really hope you're looking forward to the rest of the builds that will come throughout this tutorial series. Thank you ever so much for watching this one, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.